If you are looking for something new and different for the upcoming Compliance Week celebration in November, check out The Compliance Kids. It's my 3-book children's series on compliance and compliance professionals for children. But they make great gifts and great training tools for your employees. You can check it out on Amazon.com. We've linked to it in the show notes. The Compliance Tip of the Day. This is the podcast where we bring you daily insights and practical advice on navigating the ever-evolving landscape of compliance requirements. Whether you're a seasoned compliance professional or just starting your journey, my aim in this podcast is to provide you with a bite-sized, actionable tip to help you stay on top of your compliance game. Join us as we explore the latest trends from the Department of Justice, share some best practices, demystify complex compliance issues to help keep your organization doing business ethically and in compliance, and at the end of the day, more profitably. Tune in daily for your dose of compliance wisdom. Let's make compliance a little less daunting, one tip at a time. Now a word from the sponsor of the Compliance Podcast Network, Ethico.
If you're a compliance officer, middle managers are crucial in getting your programs from you to your frontline employees. But how do we activate those managers and get them on our side? Ethico's new Middle Manager Toolkit equips you with the skills needed to empower your managers, to promote a culture where ethical behavior thrives and employees feel empowered to speak up. Learn how to turn frontline managers into ethical leaders with our new white paper, Empowering Middle Managers as Ethics Champions. And did I mention you can get the whole toolkit for free? Head to ethico.com to download the full toolkit today.
Today we conclude our short look at compliance issues through the classic Universal movie monsters by looking at Boris Karloff's The Mummy and creating, strengthening, and maintaining corporate culture. In this movie, Karloff's portrayal of Imhotep reveals a lesson far beyond the supernatural realm. The dangers of neglecting the past and allowing an ancient curse to resurface. Nicole Argentieri provided valuable insight into the importance of creating, strengthening, and maintaining corporate culture in her speech to the SCCE announcing the 2024 update to the ECCP. So what are the lessons? The origins of corporate culture. In the movie, the archaeological team unknowingly unleashes a destructive force by uncovering and then neglecting the historical warning signs of the curse. This is analogous to companies that fail to pay attention to the roots of their corporate culture. Just as archaeologists ignore the history behind Imhotep's tomb, companies often overlook the foundational values and behaviors that drive internal culture. 2, resurrecting old problems, the danger of neglect. In the movie, the curse returns because it was never really addressed. It was sealed away but not eradicated. This is a powerful metaphor for what happens in the corporate world when old issues such as poor leadership, unethical practices, or the lack of accountability are allowed to foster and fester. If unchecked, these issues can resurface and cause significant harm to an organization. Argentinia's speech touched on this very point. Moreover, the 2024 ECCP requires companies to be vigilant in identifying and addressing their risks that could undermine their culture. Finally, leadership. Obviously, it all starts at the top. And in The Mummy, the characters who succeeded are the ones who recognized the danger and took action to stop it. For a company to succeed in maintaining a strong culture, leadership must play an active role. The tone from the top is crucial in shaping the behavior of the entire organization. Nicole Argentieri highlighted the importance of leadership in her speech, noting the DOJ expects corporate leaders to be fully engaged and promoting and maintaining a culture of compliance. The 2024 ECCP calls for leadership to demonstrate their commitment, not just in words, but in actions. Just as the characters in The Mummy had to confront the curse with courage and resolve, corporate leaders must take ownership of the company's ethical standards and truly be the leaders of doing business ethically and in compliance in your company. This is Tom Fox again. This new podcast, Compliance Tip of the Day, will appear daily. And frankly, it's one of the most requested topics for a podcast that I get on a regular basis. It's going to be short and sweet with one tip with some takeaways that you can utilize to implement into your compliance program. If you've got a question that you would like a tip on, please submit them through our website, and we will use them in an upcoming episode. The compliance tip of the day is a production of the award-winning Compliance Podcast Network. Finally, this podcast contains promotional materials.